Bet. We're doing this again. Oh, dear God. I'm frightened. I'm frightened by this. Terrified. Alright, let me go ahead, get the link to this bad boy. And I'll just go ahead, post it over here. No, where are you? And I'm so sorry. And I'll go ahead. Everyone. We're back with the GS Randomizer. Happy Sunday night, y'all. Alright, there we go. So that's posted in the usual spot. I could also, maybe. Can do this. Hello. Yes. Hey, Avatar Aiden, how's it hanging? Hope all is well. Don't mind me, just trying to get the word out. It's Bill! How's it hanging? Mr. Aiden, he says that you need to play the Golden Sin games. You know. I heard there's also something called the Golden Sims. It's like the Sims, but it's good. Just ignore me, I'm an idiot. Alright. So yeah, we're doing this again. I'll shoot straight with you. I'm a little frightened. I am a little frightened because the Golden Sun rando, or at least the settings that no, I know what you mean, Eden, don't worry. I don't know, I think I didn't do the best settings, or rather the most forgiving settings. I kind of just winged it, so it's a little janky. So yeah, I don't really know how best to proceed. Like, I could go north and try to get the Jin that's up there and try to get Mia, right? Because like that's usually the way how I play. I run up north, I get those two things, and then I go all the way back down and I do Tret, then go all the way back up. It's very backtrack heavy, but that's just what I do. But I also don't know the best way to approach this because enemies are kind of gnarly. And I'm not super strong. So, how am I looking on Jin, by the way? I got 4. I got 4. Okay. And Ivan's got a cold one with the boys. Also, happy Sunday, y'all. I got with me tonight a delicious... hang on, let me just... I got myself a crisp, clean, spiced apple whiskey, and it is divine, and I'm going to be drinking that for the night. So, if you're of age, grab a drink. Let's have some fun with this. Why not? Let's do it. So, yeah. So, for those who didn't catch this before, those who didn't, who weren't here, this is Golden Sun Randomizer. Characters learn different spells at different rates. Enemies have completely different attacks. And it's just, it's way more unpredictable than it has any right to be. Like, I have one Jin, I have ground, and yet I can do Flare Wall, Volcano, Cure, Punji. You know, I can do all this stuff that I couldn't normally do. At the same time, it goes both ways. Yeah, I even has Gaia for some reason. Why the fuck not? You know? So, like, you learn different spells at different rates. The weapon unleashes are also random. It's a lot. So, But we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try doing the method that I normally use. Because that just, it just works for me. And these rats always, for some reason, have really high fucking defense. And I don't understand why. We'll do Flare Wall. Because you don't also want to, like, spam the Synergy too much. Aiden, you says that your favorite drink to have is an orange ice screwdriver. It tastes like orange juice. Okay. Well, what goes into a screwdriver, I might ask? Because I do fuck with OJ. Not OJ Simpson, obviously. He's dead. God help me. Okay. I think... How am I doing on my items, by the way? I got a couple of nuts, I got some potions, and I got an herb. I think I want to give you one potion. We'll give you about 3 nuts. I could have sold some of the stuff, too. I could have sold the sleep bomb. I could have sold the short sword. It's fine. It's fine. Should be fine. Yeah, so, like, yeah, that is, like, the most, like, one of the more powerful weapon unleashes that you get in the game, by the way. It does not, it's not supposed to be attached to that weapon that Ivan has, but he has it. Oh, dear God. And this is where I died last time. It was pretty gnarly. I want us all just to gang up on this ooze, because the ooze can, like, multiply and shit. Like, why doesn't ooze know rapid slash? There we go. Smell of decay. Bill, you're drinking a vanilla pudding? You don't drink vanilla pudding. Alright, so for your orange screwdriver, you got 1/3 of a cup of frozen orange juice concentrate, 1/4 of a cup of vodka. You could probably up that vodka, though. You could probably up that. And also, my man, you're also putting way too much fucking ice in your drink. 4 to 5 ice cubes? That's a bit much. But then again, you know, maybe that's just me. Oh, God. There is a part of me, a nasty part of me, that is thinking I should put a save state on here. Because this is, Yee. Enemies here can be pretty gnarly. Fuck it, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Let's just first get to the village, and we should be okay. That's a bear. That's a bear. Let's just fuck him up. Let's just fuck him up. You know what, Bill? Fair game. The colder the alcohol, the better. You know what? Yes, I am inclined to agree. I typically like to have all of my booze bottles in the refrigerator. But also the thing is with ice is that, like, you put ice on something, it gets watered down, like, way faster. And that's no good. Bill over here wants to drink a triple cheeseburger from McDonkeys. Well, don't do that. Okay. I don't want to knock on wood. I'm actually doing pretty well so far. Don't. Okay. You see, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. We're doing okay. You only, oh, we're not doing, like, any damage towards this guy. Okay, so let's just, fuck him up. Let's just fuck him up. You drink a hot chicken sandwich from Hangry Joe's. Nice. I one time drank cyanide. It didn't taste very good. Bungie. Thorn. Magic shell. That could be useful. Maybe during a boss fight or something. Also, have you seen the Golden Sun predecessor on Sega Saturn from what Camelot used to not be Camelot? That is... I made it. Also, this music, that's a choice. Yeah, so here's the thing about that, is that Camelot has a very, very, I guess, interesting, very strange history. So, I mean, because you could be talking about a number of things. You're saying for the Sega Saturn, so you could be talking about, shining the Holy Ark, right? You could be, and you'd be in your, like that would make sense. But you could also be talking about Shining Force 3, and if you want to go back a little bit earlier, to when Camelot made their first game on the Sony PlayStation, Beyond the Beyond could also be considered a predecessor to Golden Sun. So there is that, too. This slide puzzle also always trips me up, and, like, I feel like as if it's pretty simple, but it shouldn't. Ah, fuck me, I didn't do it right, because I'm dumb. So yeah, some fun little history tidbits for you. Hideyuki Takahashi, right? Back in the day, he made a game studio called Climax, right? And then that's where he and a handful of people made games like Shining Force, but, the first game they made was Shining in the Darkness, right? And then I believe it was 1994, his brother, Shugo Takahashi, made his own company, Camelot Software Planning, and that's where we had, like, the character designer that we know, who did, like, the character designs for this game, for Shining the Holy Ark, Shining Force 3, and Motoi Sakuraba. Like, those three were, like, a core part of Camelot Software, and they eventually approached Hideyuki Takahashi, when he was still with Sega, and back then he had another company called Sonic Software Planning, and they were like, yo, let's go make some games together. We can do some really cool shit. And then Hideyuki Takahashi was like, yo, bet. And they made Shining Wisdom, which wasn't very good. It was a poor man's Zelda clone. And then after that, they're like, let's make a good game. And then they made Shining the Holy Ark. And then they're like, let's make it even better. And then they made Shining Force 3. There's a little history for you. Now, how do I know about this? Because I may or may not have been planning to make a video. I may or may not have been planning to come back to YouTube and talk about this kind of stuff. That's an herb. I didn't need that shit. Alright, now where... I'm going to go in here real quick, because I'm going to go talk to these kiddos. Oh, wait, no, I can't talk to these kiddos, because in the randomizer, all the dialogue is, like, fucking, disabled. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to make any promises about me coming back to YouTube, but I am saying, like, I have been toying with the idea, and I've been, writing some notes, so... And now Camelot is making Mario Slopness open. I don't even remember what it was called. It was what? Fever or something? Something like that. Yeah, like I said, to this day, I still have not seen the trailer for it. I can't be bothered. I just don't care. They're like, okay, yeah, maybe I care a little bit. Because if they announced a fucking Golden Sun tomorrow, I'd be like, oh my fucking god, let's go! And I would have to, like... Okay, cool, that stays. I would have to, like, beat myself up to be able to afford a Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, wait, can I actually... Can I? May I? Yes, okay. Just to get our Psy-Energy. Psy-Energy? Okay, that's a hot button debate. Is it Synergy or Psy-Energy? Because when I was younger, I always said Synergy, and then I got, like, Giga-splained. I was like, no, it's actually Psy-Energy, because it's supposed to be psychic energy. And I said, oh, well, that's just rude. Avatar Aiden, you're literally speaking my language. That's literally what I've been asking for fucking years. And to this day, I still have not had my voice heard. Hello, Mia. Yes, we pushed the thing open, and now you may enter the warpy little door. I'm telling you, man, like, there really isn't anything quite like these games. I don't know, and I always get worried whenever I talk about these games, because, like, I don't want to overhype these games by saying, like, yo, these will literally change your fucking life. But, I mean, hey, they had a profound effect on me, you know? And it's not even just, like, the Golden Sun games. It's a lot of the games made by Camelot. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay. Let's... I can't... Oh, I guess I can, huh? Well, I now... Yeah, see, the summon requirements are also different. So, like, both Venus and Mars require 1 Mars token. And then Jupiter and Mercury both require 1 Mercury token. Which is kind of nutty. But whatever. Yeah, I didn't even think to do that. Alright, just stick to what we know for now. Thorn, and then... fuck it, Whirlwind. You're not that tough, I don't think. Unless if you have, fucking gnarly... Glowers... Oh! Have you ever been seduced by a lizard? Have you ever been seduced by a fucking lizard before? Oh, dear God. Okay. Let's just, let's wrap this up. Because I don't want to get an STD from a lizard. There you go. From a lizard man. Okay, now we're level 8. Level 8. That's pretty good. Okay, and now we go, like, in here for just a spell. Actually, let me go ahead. What would this do? Demon Spear, huh? Oh, and if I do this, I'd lose Bungie. Bungie, please. So, I don't know. Let's do it. Let's see what this does. There's no rhyme or reason to any of this. Hello. Oh, hello. Fuck, hang on. Let me get closer. Honestly, okay, yeah, I just read that. We can make a GoFundMe to have fans make it. $1, 1 Golden Sun fan who has a glimmer of hope. First game with a budget of $5. What are you talking about? Haven't you seen Pokemon Za? That game had a budget of $2 and a shoestring. It's really unfortunate what's going on with that game. And we talked about that a bit in the last stream that we did, the Smash Brothers one. But it's just very, very unfortunate what's going on with that game. And how that's like the RPG that we get and not like, not a Golden Sun. Yeah, these dudes are just kind of like chilling. Can't do nothing. Okay, Mia or Faith, you're level 10, level 8, level 8, level 8. Okay. So something else with this randomizer, for those who haven't seen it, this actually has a fast travel system. So theoretically, I could cut on some of this backtracking, and I could just warp straight to Colima. I could do that. I probably should do that. Probably should. But there's a part of me that kind of wants to make the trek from here all the way down here. 1, to get experience. And then 2, to get money. So, I think oh! What did I do? Did I just warp to Colima? Am I a fucking idiot? I did. Well, no time like the present. Let's just go. Let's just go. Let's get on with it. Why not? We'll just go to Tret. Here I am, just like I wanted to grind just a little bit, just a little bit of grinding, just to be on the safe side. But I guess not. All right, let's see what Demon Spear does. What does that do? Like raise my attack or something like that? And what can you do? You got Froth, What? What? You got Flashbolt, bro? What are you doing with that? Okay, so yeah, that raises your attack. Okay, alright. There you go. Alright, you're actually playing Pokemon Za. Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? Is that, like, I've been seeing a lot of people say, Game Freak this, Game Freak that. And maybe they're to blame for some things. Honestly, I don't know. Sword and Shield weren't great, obviously. And Scarlet and Violet were pretty fucking bad, right? But I also have to wonder how much of, like, the technical business, right? Like, if a game is poorly designed, you could blame that on Game Freak, absolutely. But what we were talking about in the last stream is that, like, this Pokemon ZA game apparently has, like, a budget of, like, 10 or, like, less than $10 million or something like that. And it's like, this is, like, the most profitable franchise to exist. And yet you can't give it more than, like, 50 million. You know? Like, you can't even do $50 million for your budget. When you know for a fact that you would make that money back. Like, to me, that's kind of crazy. What would happen if I actually traded this, right? Okay, so this, then you get Boomji back. Okay, and what if I gave you... What if I just, like... Right. So now what do we look like? Uh-huh. Oh, okay, so you got a Void and Prism. Okay. But, you know, it's like... Regarding, like, the actual quality of the game... You know, I think Game Freak is to blame to some extent, because it's like, hey, you know, work within your limitations, work with what your budget allows. I can't necessarily fault them for being ambitious, and for wanting to try something bigger and trying to punch above their weight. But I think most of the onus is on the Pokemon Company. You know, like, I don't really blame Game Freak for a lot of the shit that happens, you know? Because I can't do that. That's not fair. But Game Freak? I mean, Game Freak. Fucking the Pokemon Company? Absolutely not. I think the gloves are off when it comes to them. I think they're a shitty company. I really do. Then again, that's just me. Maybe I see things a little bit differently. You weren't there for the last stream. Yeah, apparently, and again, like, I don't really know how much of this is true, but this is, it's about, like, the whole, the Pokemon leaks that happened, last week, I believe? Either last week or the week before. Whenever it was I streamed. Someone hacked into the Pokemon Company, and, like, they saw, everything. And, like, they had, like, information for, like, the next several games up until, like, 2030 or something like that. Information about, like, the new generation that's coming out next year, I guess. And, like, apparently, like, the budgets for, like, the past handful of Pokemon games leaked as well. And Scarlet and Violet had a budget of, like, $3 or $4 million. Like, it was a nothing burger. And I don't know how you even fucking make a game with that kind of money. Which, I mean, like, if this is true, and they had they made that game on a budget of $4 million... Maybe it's kind of impressive that they got a game like that working at all for that budget. You know what I mean? Maybe. But it doesn't justify the price tag. You know, it doesn't, you know, it's fucking Pokemon. It's the legacy at that point, you know? So, again, I can't really fault Game Freak too hard. Unless if it's like, again, with something like Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon, where it's just like, I feel like the design and the structure of that game or those games were just like really fucking bad. You know, because at the very least, I can say like Scarlet and Violet had an interesting region, and I'm not saying that because mi familia es Hispanic, but like, or Latino. But it had some ideas cooking, you know? It was a neat idea. Legends Arceus was very much the same way, where it had like a lot of really cool ideas, but it couldn't be the best version of that game. And it couldn't be the best version of that game because, I mean, that game probably also had like a minuscule budget, but also because that budget and that, you know, development effort was split between Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet. You know, it was doomed from the fucking start. And I'm also trying to remember how to do this fucking puzzle. It always trips me up. Every single playthrough. Now, if I remember correctly, this chest normally has something called a fur coat. Or at least it's supposed to. We will see. If I remember right, it's supposed to be like this. Then this. No, wait. Hang on. I think I got it. Like this. Right? Then this. And then this. How do you make a game for $3 million? I know yeah. That's what I say. Now, that wasn't entirely accurate on my part because there are leaked internal memos about them being given a budget of $3 million. But due to internal delays, it ended up costing them $20 million. Okay, I see. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's like, that's still not a lot. Like, 20 million. Like, if you were to told me that, like, a Pokemon game had a budget of, like, $50 million, I might think, like, that's a little low. But, you know, they could probably make that work. Because, you know, they're RPGs. RPGs take a lot. And especially when it's an RPG that has, like, online functionality. So this hasn't changed. I see. Resists water, huh? Oh, brother. Ivan, yeah, you should probably hold on to that. You ain't got shit. Okay. So it seems like some of the chests are randomized, but not all of them. That's interesting. But yeah, I don't know. It's just the whole situation with the Pokemon Company and Game Freak and all that. It's just a shame. It really is. You know, I would love to be excited for a new Pokemon game at some point. I really would. But, I mean, for me, it's like, I think the best Pokemon game that we had on the Switch was probably Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And even then, there's a big asterisk, that comes along with that. You know, it's like, it's the... I said on an Inversecast episode at some point, years and years ago, that you probably can't even find anymore. That Let's Go is probably the best version of Kanto to play. Maybe that's still true. I don't know. Like, I thought it was a good game, but it wasn't exactly a memorable one. It's a game that had, like, some cool ideas, but, like, it's... Oh, this is excellent music for a dungeon, by the way. It just wasn't really a memorable game. It didn't really leave that much of an impact. Like, it was cute, for sure. But besides that, there wasn't really a whole lot that it offered. My bad. It was because all the DLC as well, and they've been facing a lot of difficulties in implementing it. So now it's mandated that every Pokemon game has to be made with DLC in mind. Don't you love that? Don't you love that? It's like, the more time passes and the more information comes out, the more announcements get made, the more and more glad I am that I did not spend money on a Nintendo Switch 2. You know, and it shouldn't be like that. I should be frothing at the mouth, chomping at the bit to get a Switch 2. And yet, I feel nothing. And yet, I feel nothing towards the Switch 2. I feel nothing towards Nintendo at this point. It's just like, you know, especially with, like, the most recent Direct, it just seems like as if it's more of the same. Oh, we got another Mario Tennis. Oh, we got another mediocre-looking Pokemon game. Oh, we got DLC for Donkey Kong. Metroid looks pretty good. I'll give him that. Oh, we got another Yoshi game, I guess. Oh, boy. You know? Mad Blast. I don't know. I don't remember if I ever said this on stream, but honestly, Nintendo now just kind of feels like Apple. And I'm not really an Apple guy. Gotta say. We might as well see what's in here. A healing ring! Ooh! Give give that to you. That could be potentially useful. Let's go back down. I don't know. Like, Nintendo really could have just, used the momentum that they had and all the good faith that they built up with the Nintendo Switch. And Nintendo was not perfect during the Switch generation by a mile. Switch Online is pretty evident of that, you know? But, like, I saw an effort to please as many people as possible with the Switch. And the Switch 2 is just, like, failing to understand why the Switch 1 was so successful. You know what I mean? But hey, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Switch 2 is actually doing really well. I know it was, like, the fastest selling console. But, like, that's not going to mean anything in the long run if people aren't going to buy it, like, years down the road. Furthermore, and also, like, if people aren't going to be buying the games either, you know? Like, the Wii was super popular when it came out. But, like, the reason why that console suffered, despite how many consoles that it sold, was that the software didn't really sell that much. You know? So we'll see. We'll see. Let's be a little conservative with the Synergy. Because we do have a boss at the end of this dungeon.
Sticky poison, no, please. Oh, no, not sticky. Ah!
Do I even have anything? Do I have anything cure? No. Nut potion, Synergy, sleep bomb, crystal powder. Nope, nothing. Okay. What about you, Garrett? Nothing. You got cure poison. That'll work. Oh, and the worst part is that the director of Black and White, Matsuda, he was, like, banned from the Pokemon Company or something like that. It's like, imagine making, like, a series, like, a long lineup of games that, like, were pretty well received for the most part. And then just being like, no. No. We don't want you, actually. You're banned. Pokemon is so fucking stupid. Or at least the newer stuff. It's like, what is going on there? You know? I think people are starting to wake up that, like, big IP, it's like, it's not really worth it anymore. To all the bad discussions surrounding the Switch 2 and its negative points, it's almost met with the fan frothing at the mouth to say about how poor you are. Yeah. Okay. If a fucking Nintendo fan were to come up to me and be like, "Oh, you can't buy a Switch 2 because you're poor," it's like, nah. It's not that I'm poor, which, I mean, I'm not, like, you know, I'm not rich, but I'm also not struggling. I'm doing well enough. Oh, motherfucker. You. But, like, I'm just not dumb to waste $450 on a console with nothing of value. Okay, let's do Punji. We'll do growth. Let's do that. Mad. There you go. Instead, y'all should play Vampiric Fang. Ew. Instead, y'all should play Expedition 33. Yo. Aiden. That game is based. I fucking love Expedition 33. It's my game of the year. So far. I don't really know what other games I'm going to be playing this year. Like, I would love to play... Oh, sweet. I would love to play Silksong at some point, because I really liked Hollow Knight. And I want to get into the new Shinobi game, because that looks fucking fantastic. There you go. Oh, and then this you can learn... I like how, like, pretty much everyone knows, like, a healing synergy. That's awesome. So... yeah, Expedition 33. It's my game of the year, and it's up there with one of my favorite games of all time, if I'm being honest. I was really taken aback by how much I loved that game. So, yeah. Then that game also recently got an update that added even more content. I don't know if it's free. It's a free update, right? I'm not crazy. I would love to double dip and buy that game on Steam so I could play it on the Steam Deck, but apparently it does not run very well on the Steam Deck. So, I might get it on Steam just for convenience sake, but we'll see. I mean, that's money right there, and I don't really have a lot of it to be spending because I'm still writing a book. So, I got that going for me. Also, what the heck? I have to get on the other side. That's right. Yeah, this was just for the Jin. Expedition 33 doesn't really appeal to me. The visuals make you feel uneasy and it gives you motion sickness. I mean, I find that things with, like, weird motion stuff like turning off motion blur helps a lot for me. So it's not to say, like, that's going to be, like, an end-all, be-all fix. But, like, you can absolutely try that if you ever want to play the game. But yeah, no, Expedition 33 is a weird, trippy, fucking... Oh. Have you ever been seduced by a spider? No! Ew! No! Ew! No! Stop! That's gross! But yeah, any game that has, like, motion blur, the first thing I always do is turn that shit off. But, you know, the game's very trippy. The game is, like, very, has a very out-there art style. So, you know, if that kind of stuff doesn't appeal to you, you know, I get it. But I do think it's genuinely a fantastic game. I think the game is, you know, maybe I'm being a bit hokey by saying this, but, like, when it comes to games being art, you know, Expedition 33 is, like, the primo example of that for me. I've also been seeing people kind of use Expedition 33 as, like, a club to kind of, like, beat down other games where it's like, oh, you play, I don't play silly games like Mario Prostate Checker. I play real games that are art, like Expedition 33. And it's like, Expedition 33 was influenced by games that people look down upon. You wouldn't have Expedition 33 if you didn't have, like, Legend of Dragoon, if you didn't have, I think they specifically said that, the Superstar Saga, Mario Superstar Saga, that game was, like, a huge influence for the battle system. So it's like, how about stop making yourself look like an asshole and just enjoy the things that you enjoy? You know what I mean? It really isn't that hard. Okay, so you, and then you. There we go. There we go. Sweet. Okay, so now. There we go. There we go. I am actually going to... I'm going to save real quick. Because I don't know what this boss is going to do to me. Nope. Hello. Alright. Let's do it. Randomized boss, randomized attacks, all that kind of stuff. Expedition 33. Yeah, it is the RPG that got Jay to play an RPG. I mean, to be fair, me and some other guys were, like, just on his ass about playing it. But also because we genuinely thought, like, he would like it. There's, like, a lot of stuff that, like, if you like the more, like, story-heavy games, you know, that has, like, a more, like, intense focus on the story and its presentation, it's the game for you. For you, it's the camera switching between menu options and the parries and attacks. Ah, so that's, okay, so that's why you don't like Persona 5 either. Okay. Alright, that's valid. Okay, I'm gonna do... Ooh, God. Okay, this can go... This can go south real fucking fast. Okay. Actually, no. We're going to drop your agility. We're going to boost our defense. Let's attack. And let's try to put you to sleep. Let's see what this does, right? Because, like, the abilities stay the same. The abilities stay the same for all the Jin, so that's good. Got a nice one with the boys. Now, what exactly can I summon? Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, so we got some options. We got some options. Let's attack with that. Let's attack with Mars. We'll do that. Hold on to that, actually. We can summon Mercury. Right. There you go. It's Frank! Hey, Frank, how's it going? It is indeed the son of gold, but it's also LOL random. So random lol. Okay, now we'll hold you. Let's do... We'll just attack. Why not? Okay. You will attack. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got the move. I got the move. I got the move. We'll hold you still. All right. You. Yes. Summon Atlanta. Atlanta, Georgia. Let's go. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Unable to move. All right. Now. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. You. And then, now that your Jupiter thing is up, we'll do that. Hello. Yeah! There we go. Trek goes down. Perfect. You're an avid Legend of Dragoon fan, but I'm good with that game being the only one of that gameplay style that I've ever played. Okay, so... Sea of Stars is closer to Super Mario Superstars, or Mario Superstars, whatever it's called, Mario and Luigi. But, like, it's still, like, there is some, like, Legend of Dragoon-esque things in there with the battles. If that is something more your speed. Sea of Stars is also just one of the, like, it's a personal favorite RPG of mine. I thought that game was fucking fantastic. So. How do you unleash ground? Does the ground just come off the ground? If so, where is the land? It's in the land! I don't know. But no, you goofball, the Jin is called ground. That's just his name. His name is ground. Yadoof. Frank, you gotta get into Sea of Stars? You do gotta get into Sea of Stars. It's fucking fantastic. Also, yeah, for some reason, the enemies have Jin, too, that they can use. Sea of Stars is in your top 25. Top 25 games of all time. I don't, like, I definitely have, like, 10 that I go back to, right? Like, when someone asks me, it's like, oh, what's your top 10? I usually have, like, a pretty consistent answer. 25, though? That's a lot. That is a lot to think about. I know some people even do, like, the top one... Oh, you asshole. Like, some people even do the top 100. To me, that's wild that they can even think of 100 games. I mean, like, I can think of 100 games, but, like, 100 games that I love? I don't know. Okay, so this is what I actually want to do. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to sell some shit. Because we don't need this. We don't need this. We especially don't need these. The vial, absolutely. Crystal powder, probably not. Keep the herb, just in case. Wooden stick, don't need that. Travel vest, don't need that. You're fine, except we don't need the smoke bomb, we don't need the elixir. And we're okay. You got the witch's wand. Okay. So, let's buff out our defenses. Okay, yeah, see, we're doing pretty okay with gold. So, Frank, you tend to stop around 10 because there are too many games and ranking them would be a nightmare. I mean, I feel like if I were to sit down and, like, really apply myself, I could probably think of, like, 25. I could probably think about, like, 25 games. But if you're, like, to do it, like, right now, I don't think I could. Okay, get these game tickets. What about... No? Okay, so then for you, definitely. Let's bump up your defense as much as we can, Ivan, because you're just a little baby boy. A hat. Yes. Okay, you. Then you. There we go. Oh, motherfucker! Oh, it's not by that much. Okay. Yeah, nope, that's good. Oh, you know what? Yeah, every little bit counts. And then you. There we go. Checked on your Switch. I thought I had more. Oh, you only had 4 hours in Sea of Stars? Oh, man. Oh, Frank. You gotta fix that, brother. The game is so good. Okay, let me actually see. Ooh, fuck. But if I get this, then he doesn't get the Asura anymore. Ah. But that's too significant of a stat boost. I can't ignore that. You get that. That's 69, 67, 83. 83. God damn. You don't need that. Fuck it. Yeah, we can do it. Let's do it. Perfect. Okay. I think we are looking very good to go to the Mercury Lighthouse. We can do that. I do want to take a quick nap, though. I'm pretty tired. I'm a pretty tired man. Too much stuff to play? There we go. Nah, Frank, you just need to get good. Alright, see, now I could make that trek all the way back up. Oh, fuck, wait. Oh my god, how could I forget? Holy shit, oh my god, we almost... I hope I didn't commit a murder. Wait, where is it? What the fuck? Wait. Wait just a goddamn second. You got 12 hours in Scarlet and Violet. I wish I had that little, like, that less time in that fucking game. They removed the, blockade. The blockade! It's not here. It's usually around here. Like, you're supposed to, like, push the block. You got, like, the people who got turned into trees. And then you could save the lady, and she gives you a nut. No, she gives you a cookie. Or is it a nut? It's a nut! And they remove... Aww! Meltdown. Okay. I know what that's like. Ah, jeez. I didn't like that. I could have gotten an item. And also, just... well, also, you don't get, like, the dialogue, because there's no talking in the randomizer for some fucking reason. But whatever. It's fine. Let's go... Now, can I actually... I can. Let's warp to the Mercury Lighthouse, then. Motherfucker, you got 200 hours in Scarlet and Violet? Oh, madre de Dios, Frank, you can't do that. Oh man, I couldn't even finish Scarlet and Violet. There just came a point where I realized I'm not having fun with this, and I don't want to play this anymore. DK64, Twilight Princess, Shadow of the Colossus, Klonoa, Door to Phantom Mile, Legend of Dragoon, Devil May Cry 1, Sonic Heroes, Kingdom Hearts 1, and Super Metroid are all equally your favorite games. Okay. Well, I mean, if we're doing this... Okay. I mean... How do I want it? Okay, so Majora's Mask is obviously my favorite game ever made. Right? Sonic Adventure is easily number 2. Golden Sun, number 3. Number 4 is where things get tricky. Like, my top 3 is, like, pretty locked in. So, I'm just going to start word vomiting some games out now. Expedition 33 is genuinely one of my favorite games. It's kind of wild that it became that, but it just is. Final Fantasy VII is another one of my favorite games. Ooh, Water of Life. That's really good. Fire Emblem Awakening I thought was also very good. That game left its mark on me. Halo Reach, God of War 3, those two are also very big in my book. The original Shining Force is also very big. How many was that? I used to have Pokemon Gen 3 on there, but then I'm like, well, how often do I realistically come back to that game? You know? How realistically? Or realistically, like, how much do I do that? Hang on one second. What's this? Okay, hang on one second. I got, like, a thing. One second. Okay. Alright, so something did come up. I might have to cut the stream a little bit short, but like, I'll try to see if I can get as far into this dungeon as I can, and if not, I can always just pick up tomorrow. Because I will be free tomorrow. We can just, like, go from there. So... I'm real sorry about that, guys. You know, sometimes things just happen. But you like to put all your favorite games in a collage and do like a little 3x3 grid. Yeah. I mean, like, if I dedicated the time, I could probably do something like that. I don't know how that would work. Like, I know some people like to do that kind of stuff on stream. I don't know how I would even do that. So, got Rapid Smash. And I'm getting seduced by a lizard man. That's neat. Yeah, just fuck him up. There we go. I don't know. It's like, I like talking about this kind of stuff because it's a good thought experiment. It really helps you, like, weed out, like, what some of your favorite games are. Because, like, whenever I talk about my favorite games, I always try to say, like one game per franchise. You know? Because, like, I could be like, oh, my favorite games are Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, Golden Sun 1, 2, 3. Like, I could do stuff like that, but then it's like, you know, you don't really have a varied list at that point. So I can't really justify doing that. Whoa, okay, so you're saying Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door used to be on your list. But the game is kind of ass to go through. You know, my sister was actually playing through that game not that long ago. And she was telling me about, like, the part where you have to like fight 20 battles like back to back to back to back. And I remember watching Exo Paradigm Gamer play that game. I think it was through Zebros. And ooh, hello voice crack. I just remember watching that part and just being like, this looks mid as fuck. No, everything's all right. Everything's all right. I just might have some people visit. That's all. Might have some people visit. The missus is coming home soon, so you know, that's all. Nothing crazy. I say missus like as if we're actually married yet, but we're just engaged. Ugh! Oh. It's a slime ball. I don't like the oozes, so we're just gonna get rid of them real quick because I do not like them. There you go. Then we'll do a flare wall. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, we can still... There you go. There you go. Okay, hang on just a moment. Alright, sweet. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Nah, she's just hanging out at Halloween Horror Nights. I don't fuck with that shit, bro. Ah! Hello! It's a mimic. I love this. Okay. Yay. The Pit of 100 Trials, maybe? Is that what that is? I don't know. It had like a Birdman or something like that. I don't exactly remember. I think your weakness is also fire. So we're just going to do that for a bit. Right? It is fire? Yeah, it's fire. You're good. Squall? Well, don't do that. That ain't gonna do shit. Okay. Volcano. Where are you gonna go when the volcano blow? You, and then just hit him with the Mad Blast. I don't know, like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, I tried getting that one into... Have you ever been seduced by a treasure chest before? I mean, I've definitely been seduced by a chest. It's not a treasure chest. Anyways, I tried getting into Thousand Year Door. For some reason, I just couldn't do it. And I talked about this a little bit in the last stream, too, where the first two Paper Mario games I played was what people would consider to be the worst, Sticker Star, and then what people would consider to be the best, Thousand Year Door. And I didn't really care for either. But then... oh, don't do that. Fuck! And then I played Origami King, and I'm like, oh, this game is fucking fantastic. Alright, sweet. Now we're level 10. I didn't even see what I got from that. Did I even get anything from that? I don't think I did. I got gypped. It's centered around rising the ranks in a wrestling set. Yeah. That's the part. Yeah, I Jess was telling me about that. EXO was playing that, and I'm like, oh, this looks mid. Boost your PP. Boost your PP. What do you PP? What do you PP look at that? You got 51 and 39. Okay, you get Synergy Armor to boost your PP. There you go. Yes, you know, that sounds like a nightmare. Like, you know, you're saying it was a cool part of the game. I don't know. That part looked more frustrating than anything. Or at the very least, I'll say this much. It didn't look very interesting to watch. Is that fair to say? Is that a fair assessment? There you go. I took down a ghoul. Didn't mean to do that, but that's alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Can't go here yet. Ah, this part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. I'm like, I know there's a chest somewhere. Hello. I guess OBS decided it didn't want to have anything to do with that. And I think that's pretty rude. That's actually quite deplorable. So, fuck that. Sorry about that, guys, but we're back. Ah! Oh, fuck. Am I having a hard time remembering how to actually do this? Am I being dumb? Am I missing something? I am a couple of drinks in at the moment. Good. By a couple, I mean just enough to get me somewhere. Oh boy. Then we go up here. Fuck. What am I missing? What am I missing? I swear to God. Don't play Golden Sun and drink, kids. It might do stuff to you. I can't help it. I'm always told I'm funnier when I'm drunk. There we go. This is kind of sad. I can't remember. And I used to be so good. Oh no! You're saying chapter 4 is when the game kind of shits the bed. That's not the one that's like all spooky and Halloween themed, right? Because I remember that people were saying like that part of the game was a highlight. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. God damn it. Oh, see, there we go. I'm just dumb. Guys, I'm just dumb. I'm just really fucking dumb. You know, sometimes you can't think. Sometimes you just gotta let the... You gotta go with the muscle memory, you know? You can't be... You gotta just forget that you're streaming. You gotta forget that, you had a little too much of the apple whiskey. And you just gotta go with it. Sonic League 125. Holy shit. Hey, man, how's it going? Playing a Golden Sun randomizer. Yeah. I played this well, not a few weeks ago, about a month ago. Oh! I didn't like that. But yeah, no, this is kind of neat, but it's also kind of scary. Because everyone has, like, completely random stats and attacks and everything, and it wigs me out whenever enemies start busting out Jin. There we go, that's one. Boomji. Okay, and then I have to go ahead and cure your own poison. I don't know why Garrett has that, but that's alright. Alright. Hello. You go up here. And then you. Hello, wait a minute, I'm dumb. Yeah, things are pretty good over here, man. Things are pretty good. Damn. Bill, you're busting out the hot takes for Thousand Year Door. People always said that was like the best chapter. Yeah, enemies can use Jin. I don't know if like the stats are adjusted for early level enemies though. Because like I've already had people use like Vine, I've had people use Tangle, I've had people use Squall and Lol. And yeah, it kind of freaks me out a little bit. You know, we might actually even be able to clear this dungeon. If I could clear the Mercury Lighthouse, I could probably call it there. And then we could pick up tomorrow and do some other, you know, less interesting but still pretty fun stuff. There. But you know, they can't summon, thank God for that. If they could, I'd be fucked. There we go. Everyone is wrong about Thousand Year Door. Listen, everyone that I've talked to, a handful of exceptions, everyone that I've talked to is wrong about Origami King. You know me, people say I am the Mario hater, and I feel like as if that's a bit of an exaggeration because there's plenty of Mario games that I like. But I will go to bat. I will die for Paper Mario and the Origami King. I was flabbergasted by how much, one, I liked that game, and two, how much that game actually affected me. Battle system was kind of okay, but I wasn't really playing it for that. Alright. We are inching very close to the end of this dungeon, by the way. Very close. There you are. Got you. You streamed the 1000 Year remake, and it was a ton of fun. You accidentally did a 10 HP run with it. But, like, honestly, that's kind of cool, though. That's kind of cool that you can, like, kind of make those kind of challenges in games like this, you know? Okay, so there is a Mercury Jin inside one of these, except it won't be a Mercury Jin. Oh, it is a Mercury! Okay. So this one remains consistent, at least. Okay, I'm pretty sure elemental stuff is still the same, so we want to hit you with as much fire as we can. Nope, didn't want to do that. You don't have any, so we'll just do growth. Your unleash is based off of Mars, and then your Mars. Yeah, I should probably also heal my party pretty soon. What the fool? Yeah, the sooner we do this, the better. Can a Jin use a Jin? You know, honestly, I might have missed something, but maybe. Wouldn't that be it? Wouldn't that would just be the way. Now, you don't have... Okay, well, you go first, typically. So, I want to give you a nut. And then... Mad Blast. Let's just do that. Use Flare Wall. There you go. Sleet. Yeah! A Jin can use a Jin! A Jin can use a fucking Jin! Oh, man. Oh, no. Well, it don't matter. He got felled anyways. Alright. We got Fizz. We did indeed steal fizzy lifting drinks. Now, what would this give me? I would lose those. Okay. I would get guard. And that would bump up my stats pretty well. Genma, hey, how's it going, man? It is indeed Jin Shep... Oh, God. Jin Shep... Did somebody say Jinception? Fuck, I don't know what to do with this guy, because that'll definitely bump up some stats. And my agility. You know, okay, so, like, this is the thing with, him Hey, Z thing. Zez the. What the hell? How's it going? Do I leave me alone? Oh gosh. Oh. Listen, I'm a couple drinks in. Be nice to me. I've been enjoying a spiced apple whiskey for like this entire stream, and having a great time while doing it, mind you. But like, what I would, like, it's kind of the thing with the randomizers that like you almost have to learn the game again, you know? And there's a part of me that thinks that's pretty neat. So like, what if I did set you, right? That would just be not very good. You know, Genma, it is funny. I have said before, I am the Rich Evans of the Unverse cast. And I will die on that hill. I swear to God. You know, wait, what am I doing? I'll just use some... Well, cure, and then cure again. There we go. There! Okay. We are getting close. We're right near the boss. We can do it. I honestly didn't think I could make it this far tonight. But we'll see. It's been a very interesting stream. A stream of seduction. Like every enemy has like the seduction move. That's been wild. Do you still have your oldest videos saved? I do, but they're not going out. They're not going to go public. Lucid Prophecy. Don't do that. Genma, you did a 9-hour stream yesterday? God damn. The longest stream I think I ever did was like probably one of the, like the Zelda randomizers I did on Twitch, and that was like 4 hours? Maybe? You miss watching those? I mean, I don't. I don't. They were embarrassing, I guess. I don't know. It's like, I know you shouldn't be embarrassed by like the old art and the old work that you make, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, you watch those older videos and you can kind of see me trying to like see what sticks and what doesn't. It really was just a lot of spaghetti throwing. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, I will say, and I said it earlier in the stream, but I'll say it to some of the new folk who are here. I am actually toying with the idea of coming back and like making some videos and shit, because I do have a couple of ideas, you know? I have a couple of ideas, and I have one regarding Camelot and kind of like their history and everything. Like, I know what kind of video I would want that to be, so at that point, it's just a matter of making it, and I've been writing notes, so we'll see. We'll see. Like, I don't want to promise anything, because anything can happen. I might be like, I don't like it. But, you know, that is my intention. It's also part of the reason why I wasn't really streaming as much for a little bit, because I was, like, actually working on some stuff. Also, if you go on my channel, you can kind of see that I updated some assets, so, you know, different profile, different banner. Taint! Ew! What do you mean? Oh, Mia got poisoned by a siren's taint. Ew. Okay. So, I'm gonna do that. There. Okay. So now that's better. Okay. Yeah, here we go. This is, the end of the dungeon. So I'm gonna real quick just do apply. Wall spaghetti, nice and cooked. Yeah, and you know, the thing is with this video that I really want to make sure that I do, I don't want it to be a RPG good, Mario Sport game bad kind of video. Because, I mean, let's face it, not every RPG that Camelot made was very good. You know, yeah, this moment with the waterfall is great. He's just kind of like, ah! Even Garrett goes up it with more grace. That's a little backwards. But, like, that's the thing. Is like, I don't want to make it like this one-sided, like, all the Camelot RPGs are good. All of the Mario sports games are bad. Because, like, that's not true. Because there are... Yo, hang on. This fucking music, though. Hang on. Yep. Fucking iconic music. It's so good. I love it. Oh. God, it's just like it gets you excited. Gets you so pumped. Okay, real quick. But like I want to come at this video with like nuance and everything. You know? Like that's a big deal. But it's also talking about like the history of Climax and Sonic Software planning. It's about how you know, how Shugo Takahashi actually made Camelot in 1994, and then he went to his brother Hideyuki Takahashi when he was with Sega, and that's when they started cracking out games like Shining Wisdom, Shining the Holy Ark, Shining Force 3, and then that was the Camelot that we all know and love. Because it wasn't Camelot from the get-go. Like, Hideyuki and Shugo weren't together from the start. You know, Shining in the Darkness and Shining Force, that was Hideyuki Takahashi. That was him. So, like, there's some interesting history there. Oh, and yes, Sonic Link. The music is indeed random. And, you know, this is, I don't know how I feel about this. It feels, like I said it in the last stream I did of this, and I'll say it again here. It feels weird to have no dialogue. It's almost cursed. Bill, you want to make a video singing the praises of Donkey Kong 64? Bro, I say go for it. I say go for it. You could start something, and you never know. Because here's the thing. You make a video about something, you know, you're going to attract people who like the things that you like. You know, someone's going to, like, you make a thumbnail that says why DK64 is great, actually. You're going to have people who don't make videos who like DK64. They're going to see that thumbnail. They'll be like, oh my God, this guy gets it. Let's see what he has to say. And then you kind of, like, form your own little community there, you know? So who cares what people have to say? If you have something that you want to say, no matter how controversial it is, like if you like something that isn't often well liked, who cares? Make that video. Talk about it. Go for it, man. I mean, besides time, what do you really have to lose? You know? And plus also, like, when it comes to making a video, you're developing a skill. Like, you're working on your writing because you're writing the script. You're working on your video editing because, you know, you're going into... I got my start on Movie Maker. But, you know, eventually you kind of, like, dabble and experiment with other better editing softwares. And you learn a new skill. You know, it's some important stuff. TGX, what are you doing? Also, the Soteros theme has not changed. I'm kind of glad about that because this is also iconic. So, yeah. Okay, so how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Let's drop your agility. Let's hit you with the Mercury right away. What can we do? Let's let's hit you with some ice.
Let's get some ice.
Didn't want to do that. I'm so sorry. Let's do mist. Why not? There we go. Yeah. Why are you doing? You're a Mars adept, dude. What are you doing with ice shit? This is the thing that I'm worried about. This is the thing that I'm fucking worried about because, like, the bosses also have random moves. Let's hold still. Let's do Prism, because you got boosted water. Let's just fucking go for it. Let's just go. Let's go ham. Just hold still. You. Yes. Good, 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 good. Okay. And then... Oh! Yes! Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. And then, honestly, we can do some diabolical shit. We can do some, like, really nasty, gnarly things to Soteros. Because... Let me just see something real quick. Right, you're still weak? No. Okay. No, you are weak to water. Okay, but, like, I guess the summon's, elemental damage is different. Okay. Call you a guy with a ton of hopium, but you still think Camelot is working on a Golden Sun game. Like, come on, 5 years to make Tennis Fever? Nah, they worked on multiple games at once before. So, oh, God. I mean, because, like, you're not wrong. And the last thing I want to do is take that away, you know? Because, I mean, maybe I'm more of just like what is it called? A downer, I guess? I don't know. I wish I had that optimism and that hope, but, like, this is the best thing that I could say, you know? The reason why Hideyuki Takahashi formed his own studio, at this point, it was Climax and Sonic Software Planning. It wasn't quite Camelot yet. But the reason why he even made this studio to begin with was because he felt like as if there were games out there, or that there could be games out there that he wanted to play, right? No one was making the games that he wanted to play. So he decided to make his own studio and then make those games himself. I think the best thing we can do is just learn from that, you know? It's like, to anyone who, like, can create anything, whether it's like with me, like, I'm writing a book, and, like, the book was heavily inspired by Camelot's works. Whether, like, you're good at making movies, or if you're into game development, or anything like that. That is, like, the best approach you can take. And I feel like as if that's kind of like how the legacy that Camelot has doesn't go to waste. You know, it's like if we take that idea of just, like, making the stuff that we want to make, and then making it. Because we could sit around and be like, oh, yeah, I hope the next one... waiting 5 years for another Golden Sun game, maybe. Or we can make a game that, like, invokes that kind of spirit and that kind of, like, you know, that kind of energy that the Golden Sun games have. Or just any of the Camelot games had. I don't know if anything that I said made sense, but it's like, essentially it's being the change that you want to see, so... Oh. Oh! No. Okay, I didn't like that. So, what can we do about that? Real quick. Let's just hold you in place. Let's eat a nut. What can I do here? Let's just attack you. And let's cure you. I might like I'll be honest with you, Aiden. I didn't really care that much for Fantasy Life. I tried it way back in the day. I don't know. It wasn't really my thing. I heard it got like a second game that's pretty good, but I couldn't get into it. I see why people like it though. Wait, what am I doing? I'm dumb. There we go. But, like, you know, always hope for the best. I don't want to say, like, oh, it's never gonna happen. You shouldn't want it, blah, 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 because I still want a new Golden Sun. I want Camelot to go back to what made them good, what made them iconic. Because I'll never not want that. But I also feel like, instead of, like, using this time to, like, speculate and to, like, you know, be like, ooh, what are they doing here? What are they doing here? Or making videos talking about, like, why I want them to come back and what these games mean to me, yada, yada, yada. Instead of doing that, I could just take a page out of their book and write my book. And then maybe my book could have the same effect on them. You know what I mean? We got 2 of these. We'll do ice. We'll do another Mercury summon. Why not? Let's do it. Fantasy Life also got a mobile game that died within a year. Yikes. Yo, we did it! There goes Sataros. Sataros is... Okay, another hot button issue. Is it Sataros or Sataros? Or Sataros? I heard someone call him Sataros before. I said, what the fuck are you smoking? But no, I mean, like, if they were working on 2 games at the same time, that would be great. I hear that there's, like, an adventure mode that looks like it could have been Golden Sun in this new Mario Tennis. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it. I didn't even watch the trailer. I didn't even watch the direct. I would say if they would have something like that, and this uses, like, 3D graphics, that could eat up a lot of development time. But at the same time, I mean, who knows? Because like, at the very least, Nintendo of America knows how big of a deal Golden Sun is. You know? Isaac didn't get put back as an assist trophy in Smash Ultimate with the Mii costume because there wasn't any demand. You know what I mean? Like, people clearly care about Golden Sun, and Nintendo knows about it. And I feel like Camelot knows about it too. It's just, what are they going to do about it at this point? The ball has been in their court for years. So, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm just not, like, I'm not holding my breath. I'm hoping for the best, of course. Like Sonic, like, if you're right, fuck it. I'll Venmo you like $25 if you're right. If we get an announcement next year and they're just like, yo, Golden Sun is also a thing, you get $25. And we got to give it to the music. It's so good. I do wonder what they're saying. They're literally just bobbing and weaving, squishing and squashing. All right, let's merge. There we go. Mercury Lighthouse. That's done. So before we forget, let's go ahead and get that Hermes water. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to get the Hermes water, and then after that, we'll call it a wrap. I will go ahead, like, I'll end the stream, but then, like, I can always come back tomorrow as well. And I'll probably be coming back around maybe 3:30 p.m. EST, so... Game Freak if they make Golden Sun cutscenes. Now, that's rude as hell, dude. Oh, but I don't think you're wrong. You're not wrong. Okay. Let's just take a nap. There we go. Alright. So that's going to do it for me. Fellas, thank you so much for joining. I'll be back sooner than you think. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. So you guys take it easy. It was great seeing you all here. Y'all have a good night.